Hello and welcome to the channel. I wanted to talk about this sort of identity crisis that you have in your 20s. I feel like that is something I'm starting to have or am in the middle of having. So let's get into it. I'm in my early 20s and I feel like I don't have an idea of who I am. Like I do, but I don't, and I don't know how to properly explain that. I know that in your 20s, it's like the most tumultuous decade of your life. It's where anything and everything is possible. You can pursue a master's, a PhD, you can get married, have kids, you can work a job, go up the corporate ladder, you can start a business, you can travel the world, you can quite literally do anything, and even more so in this generation, stuff that wasn't really well known back then is now common now. So it's odd because it feels like we have so much choice and options and all of that, but at the same time, it's like those options are kind of it's like you're kind of stuck. It's like you don't know what to choose. It feels like we need to figure things out in our 20s. I feel that there's this immense pressure to know what you want to do. It's kind of annoying because what do you mean we need to have something figured out in our 20s? We just started life. I feel like college is like the first place or scenario or battleground where it's where anything and everything's possible. So we can experiment and learn new things, try new things. And it's only for 4 years. Once you graduate, that's when you're out in the real world. It's where the simulation becomes real. And I get that that's when you kind of just have to wing it. Everyone's just figuring it out on their own terms and what works for them. But there's something very scary about not knowing what exactly your path is, because for so long, at least like, for ever since you were a child, you knew exactly what path you were going to go on. You had kindergarten, then you had middle school, elementary, and then you had middle school, and then high school, and then college. For a majority of your life, there's always a set path that you're supposed to go on. And then after that, it's just, well, here you go. It's time for you to figure out what you want to do. And it's like, when did we have that decision before? I feel like in the last year, after I graduated college, I've noticed a lot of differences in myself. Not in a negative way, just, I guess, positive or neutral way. I've learned new things about myself, and it's made me realize how different I am as a person as I was in college. And I do feel like the college me was still me, but it was me who was comfortable with the people she was around, with this environment she was in. It was like college almost felt like high school, but with more freedom. So now that I'm out and I'm in the real world, I'm learning a lot more about myself, that because I'm in situations that I've never been in. And it's made me realize that there are a lot of things that I don't align with or relate to from my past self. And I'm not gonna lie, it's really nice, it's really cool and interesting, but it's also kind of like, dang. So it's all of who I was, not me. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's like, people say that they have a quarter life crisis, midlife crisis. I just feel like I'm in my 20s crisis. I don't know what I want. I don't know what I want to do. I know that what I'm in is not what I like. I have an idea of what I want to do, but I'm not saying it doesn't seem plausible, but it does seem like it's going to take me a lot of time to get there. And there's always like this people talking about, like, what's your 5-year plan? I'm like, 5 years? I guess I have an idea, but I don't have a specific plan. And I get it, that's how you can go from point A to point B. But can we start with the 1 year plan first? I want to figure that part out before I even think about 5 years from now. It feels overwhelming, but at the same time I feel like I'm not doing anything to get to where I want to be. It just feels like the 20s is just a time of constant opposites or constant internal struggle and fighting. Like, you want this but you want that, and they don't relate somehow. And you want this but you hate this, you want to get there but you need to do this, but you hate that thing and you want to do this thing instead. And I also feel like I've been changing my mind a lot with different things. Like, one second I want to do this thing, another second I want to do this thing. There have probably been a few things that I can count on the palm of my hand, count on one hand, where I have consistently wanted to do that one thing. Everything else is just, it's come and gone. So on top of that, it's like, do you know what you even want? And I know that the answer, or I guess the answer would be to expose myself to different environments and situations. I just don't feel like I'm at the liberty of doing so, because in my mind, certain things that I want to do might require me to give up. I don't know, maybe I'm just an extreme person, and my brain's thinking like, okay, in order for you to do this, you need to give up this, but I need this to live. Like, I need it to live. So that doesn't help. I'm just thinking about childhood me, who was just so naive and oblivious, just followed the path that was set for her. Go here, do this, pass this class, finish this grade, go to college, do this degree, and things were going pretty well. It's like, there was something reassuring about having a plan. You knew exactly what to look forward to for each year. But now, there isn't that anymore. It's up to what you want. And I'm like, I don't know what I want. I don't know what's best for me. I know that I want future me to be fulfilled and happy and content. I want her to not worry about money or worldly things and have a good relationship with her family and friends and her loved ones. But aside from that, I don't know what she wants to work as. Like, I can't see the specifics. Heck, does she even want to work? Enough. She just wants a life that doesn't have her hating the morning every time she wakes up. She doesn't want a life where she dreads going into work or she dreads the day ahead of her. That is something she definitely does not want. So I guess as a start, I genuinely think I need a year to learn everything about myself, or a majority about the things that I like and don't like. Maybe this can be the year. Maybe I can start now. What is it? June 2026. Okay, June 2026. Let's see what we learn by June 2027. That's all for this video. I feel like everything was all over the place and it was so random. It's literally what's on my mind. I'm speaking directly from my mind and maybe with a little bit of notes to help me guide my way through, but I don't even think that helped. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.